the most unsettling truth about your life might not be the hardships you've faced, but the possibility that you've been the architect of them all along. Every tear shed, every restless night, every fleeting joy. What if these weren't thrust upon you, but born from the quiet workings of your own mind? Over 2 millennia ago, a man sat beneath a tree and saw something most of us spend lifetimes avoiding. The world we inhabit isn't a fixed stage, but a canvas painted by our thoughts. Buddha didn't offer this as comfort. He wielded it as a mirror, forcing us to confront the power we unknowingly hold. We chase happiness like it's a treasure buried in the chaos of the external. Money piling up, love secured, recognition earned. Yet the moment we grasp it, why does it slip away, leaving us hollow, searching again? Science, in its relentless probing, has begun to echo what he saw. Your brain doesn't just process reality, it constructs it. Neuroplasticity reveals a mind that bends and reshapes itself, molded by the emotions you feed it, the stories you tell yourself. Picture 2 strangers standing in the rain. One curses the storm, shoulders hunched, while the other tilts their face upward, smiling at the cool drops. The waterfall's the same, but their worlds couldn't be more different. This isn't a poetic flourish, it's a fact carved into the fabric of your being. Studies show that how you interpret a moment, threat, or gift rewires the neural pathways that dictate your next breath, your next heartbeat. Your mind is a restless craftsman, building walls from fear or windows from hope, often without your consent. Buddha called it a mirror, reflecting not what's true, but what you choose to see. If you stare into anger, the world glares back with clenched fists. Gaze through gratitude and suddenly the same life feels like a quiet miracle. Quantum physics stumbles into this ancient wisdom with trembling hands, the double-slit experiment whispering that even particles shift under the weight of observation. Could consciousness be more than a witness, but a sculptor of the real? This isn't abstract theory. It's the pulse beneath your everyday choices. Focus on a flaw, and it grows monstrous. Linger on a kindness, and it blooms into something that sustains you. What haunts me isn't that this might be true, but that we live as if it isn't, trapped in cycles of reaction, slaves to thoughts we didn't invite. Buddha saw this too, and his answer wasn't escape, but mastery. Imagine a life where chaos knocks and you answer with stillness, not because you're numb, but because you've trained your mind to pause. Mindfulness isn't a buzzword, it's a rebellion against the tyranny of autopilot. Science backs this with cold precision. Regular meditation thickens the prefrontal cortex, the seat of clarity, while shrinking the amygdala's grip on fear. It's not relaxation, it's a rewiring of the soul. Think of the last time rage swallowed you whole, words spilling out you later wish to claw back. What if, in that moment, you could step outside yourself, watching the storm pass without drowning in it? This power isn't reserved for monks in distant caves, it's yours, proven by brain scans and centuries of practice. Vipassana, the art of seeing clearly, strips away the noise until you're left with the raw pulse of now. But clarity alone won't free you. Your thoughts must bend toward something greater. Buddha spoke of right thinking, a deliberate shift from the mind's default shadows to a light you choose. Modern therapy mirrors this with cognitive reframing. That deadline isn't a noose but a chance. That silence from a friend isn't rejection, but space. The shift isn't magic, it's muscle, built through repetition. Consider a wound from your past, maybe a betrayal, a failure, a loss that still stings. What keeps it alive? The event, or the story you've wrapped around it like a shroud? Letting go doesn't erase pain, it dissolves the chains that bind you to it. Acceptance, science tells us, builds resilience, not by fighting reality, but by standing within it, unbowed. We're taught to cling, to people, to dreams, to the idea of who we should be. Buddha called this the root of suffering, and neuroscience nods, showing how attachment to outcomes frays the mind. Hedonic adaptation proves even the brightest winds fade to baseline. New car, big promotion, gone from your joy in weeks. Chasing permanence in a world of flux is like clutching water. It always seeps through. Yet there's a deeper layer, a truth that trembles beneath all this. What if the you doing the chasing isn't as solid as you think? Buddha's anatta, the non-self, suggests you're not a statue, but a river. Your brain agrees, shedding old connections, forging new ones with every thought. Yesterday's you is a ghost, tomorrow's a stranger. If there's no fixed self, who's really hurting when life cuts deep? This isn't a riddle to solve, but a door to walk through. Meditation unveils it, quieting the default mode network where ego hums. In that silence, the edges of me blur, and something vast takes its place. Freedom doesn't come from winning the game, it's realizing you don't need to play. Drop the backpack of regrets, fears, the weight of who you think you are. What's left is lighter than you dared imagine. Buddha didn't promise a utopia. He handed you the tools to build your own peace. Science, with its graphs and data, traces the same path. Your mind is the key, and the lock is yours to turn. So here we stand at the edge of a revelation both ancient and new. Reality bends to the mind and the mind bends to you. But the question lingers, heavy and alive. What will you shape with it?